We will be sending out a recording, like I said before, but that's what we're going to get started on today. As I talk about recording, I now just remember to record it. So I'm going to record this session. Oh, it's already recording. So that's perfect. All right. So you might be asking yourself as we get started today, what is Facebook page linking and why should I do it? And I want to start off with some fundamentals about what you need to get started on this. Essentially what this is a way of connecting your Facebook business page with the advertising products that we have at Inside Real Estate in the marketplace, specifically those products that are related to advertising on Facebook. And what is a Facebook business page? Well, it's a great tool for you to have inside of Facebook. It helps to index your business within Facebook so that you can be found. So by registering yourself as a real estate business in your local market, people that are searching or people that are intended to be, expected to be buyers or sellers in the real estate market will be served up, your search results, etc. It's a way to sort of keep your business and your personal posts separate as well. So a lot of people will use their Facebook for a lot of things, including business, but this is a way to sort of segregate things between your personal and your business posts. So if you want to, post pictures of your kids and your vacation and that kind of stuff without actually impacting your business, you can, invite people to view your Facebook business page and keep everything very professional on that side. It helps to build an audience on Facebook as well using their tools. So by having that Facebook business page, it allows you to build that audience. You can import your contacts, invite them to like your page. So if you've got your sphere, you can connect them there on your page. You can collect reviews as well, which is a fantastic feature inside of Facebook Business Manager, and also allows you to, attract new business and use that as well. And that's a little bit about that. When it comes to Facebook business page linking, this is actually a free feature that we've just rolled out inside real estate in the KV Core Marketplace that allows you to connect your business page with our advertising program. And what that'll do is it'll actually override the generic, quote unquote, generic page with your own brand so that it puts a real face and a recognizable local presence on all of your ads. So I've got a little screenshot here of an example of a Facebook business page that I made just for this demo today. It's for this fictitious real estate agent, Marty Price. You can see I've got this lovely, cover photo there telling a little bit about what I do. You can define your business, where you operate. You can go through a whole bunch of different things to set that up. And then people can message you. They can like it. They can do a whole bunch of wonderful things. You can post to it. But it's a great tool for you to start using as part of your business to get your business out there and registered. Okay, so why should we go through page linking? Well, the advantages of this to your business is that it, like I said before, it puts your brand front and center on all of your advertising. So when you're running any of our advertising programs, like Get Seller Leads, Smart Social, our generic buyer ads from the past, or even Property Boost, your face and your name and your page will actually be on the top of that advertisement, and it'll look like it's coming from you and that you posted it. So it really does help to put your brand front and center. And it also allows you to be top of mind, even to people who are seeing your ad and not necessarily clicking on it and generating leads. It's a really great way to get your presence out there. It allows you to also make more connections. So, you're going to draw more people in by having that. So putting your Property Boost out there with a generic page on it, and then putting one out there that has a lovely home for sale, and then you've got your brand at the top of the ad. It really puts that personalization on it. It makes it a little more real. You're going to entice a different audience to click through that as well as giving the opportunity to see people who like, share, comment on your ad and stuff like that is all possible through this. Once you do this as well, it is a one-time activity you have to go through, so you don't need to worry about doing this every time you buy a new subscription. You're going to have to go through this step of linking a page just one time, and it'll work across all of our ad programs that we offer through Marketplace. And best of all, it is a free feature, so there's no cost to use this. It really is great, even if you don't have any ad subscriptions running right now, but you're thinking about it in the future. If you go and do this today, you're going to be linked up. If you go ahead and do a Property Boost down the road, or your broker does one for you, it's going to run against your Facebook business page and makes it super easy for you to get going. All right. So which marketplace products does this apply to? So like I said before, this applies to any of our advertising products that leverage Facebook for the primary channel for advertising. And that includes Property Boost, Get Seller Leads, and Smart Social Leads. I'm not going to go into these in great detail today. If you have questions about these specific products toward the end of the webinar, I'll try to address them. But just wanted to sort of point that out. These are the 3 products that this applies to the most. Again, it is a set once and forget it. So if you do it today and then you do a Property Boost, it'll be running on your Facebook business page right away. So it doesn't take anything to go to get that going. Also, if you have existing subscriptions to any of these programs, it will move your ad and it'll run on the next. It'll run on your business page. It'll sort of reset and start running on your business page once you get that linking done. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into a live demo. I'll sort of show you a little bit about how to do this and where to start. I am going to sort of start at the very beginning for people with some information around Facebook business pages altogether. And then we'll get into the actual linking process as well. So I'm going to start by going into my Facebook account. This is my my phony real estate Facebook account, Marty Price. And you can see I'm right in my Facebook profile. So this is my news feed. You can see where I've got pages, groups, marketplace, friends, all down the left-hand side here. I'm going to click onto pages. And this is where you can actually get into creating a Facebook business page for yourself. And it's really easy to do. I have already got 2 created here, but I'll go through what it takes to set up one for you. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to come into where it says pages and you're going to click on create new page. And here you're going to give it a little bit of information. I could call this, because where I am, I'm going to call it Milton, Ontario Homes for Sale as my business page. But typically, if you don't have one, you're going to want to create one for yourself with your name or your personal brand, your team presence, whatever you want to call it. The important thing here that you want to do is you're going to want to give it a category. And there's a good reason for that. One is because you're actually registering your business with Facebook so they understand who you are and what your business is. And it helps to sort of connect you with that audience on Facebook when people are searching. If they are, to serve their ad up and things like that, it's going to help with that. So we're going to choose real estate. You can choose either real estate agent, real estate company, whatever it is that fits you. You can choose that category. You can put multiple categories on there as well. If you want to, and you can give yourself a small description here just to sort of talk about what areas you service and things like that. So I'm just going to put a little description here. And then a couple of other things that I'll just point out is once I go ahead and create this page, which is really easy, like that's it, I've done creating the page now. It's going to create it and get me launched right into viewing it. It really does take very little, but there's a couple of things that I want to sort of point out here to help you along in making your page work for you a little better. So first and foremost, you're going to want a profile picture. So a headshot of yourself or your logo, your brokerage logo, whatever it is you want to use. But adding a profile photo is definitely going to be something for you to do to make this look a little better. It adds some credibility to it. Same thing with your cover photo. If you have one, you can put a cover photo in here, even if it's just sort of like a stock generic kind of nice real estate related photo that you can put. That's a great thing to do as well. If we click on save here, it's actually going to take me to my page. And now what we can do is I'm going to point out a couple of things for you as well. So you can see here, I haven't done any of those things. I haven't added a headshot. I haven't added a cover photo, and it really doesn't look great. So you want to make sure you go in and do those things, as well as a couple of other tips. If you scroll down a little bit here, you can see there's this section that says set up your page for success. I've only completed 3 of the 13 steps required to actually, maximize the usage of the page. So you want to spend some time going through these things and defining things like your page's identity, preferences on your page, introducing your page. And somebody asked the question about how do we invite people to view the page? That's where you're going to use this as well to start inviting people. I think there's a tool in here for inviting people. There it is, invite friends to like your page. And you can go into your add your sphere and send that off to them as an invitation so that they know you've got this page for yourself and you can invite them to view that. So that's that part of it. Very basic introduction to how do you create a Facebook business page. There's actually great resources on Facebook's support page. So if you just search for that online or in the email that you'll probably receive as a follow-up to this meeting, we'll include a link for how to go ahead and do this as well. So it's really, really easy for this to get going. So now once I've got my page created, I'm going to come into KV Core and I'm actually going to go through the Facebook business page linking process to show you how this happens. So first and foremost, I'm going to go over to the left-hand side menu here. This is my dashboard in KV Core. I've logged in. Yours might look a little different, but this is what mine looks like. You can see I've got some activity happening here. And I'm going to scroll down here on the left-hand side to Marketplace. And I'm going to click on this. If I hover on Marketplace, I get this pop-out menu. And there's a section called Marketplace Add-on Manager. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to take me to the Add-on Manager. This is a new feature for us. We released this just a little while ago. If you haven't been in here, this is kind of cool because it's where you can come in and you can browse Marketplace. You can, if you have any existing subscriptions, you'll see some information about those subscriptions. Like I have a core video subscription, so you can see a little bit about what my subscription looks like. And then you'll see right here in the menu on the top right, you're going to see link your Facebook business page. I'm going to click on this and start the process. You'll see a little bit of an introduction, kind of going over some of the stuff that we talked about early on in the presentation. As well, there's a link here that you can click on that'll give you some reference material on how you go about creating that page. Much like I just went through, this will sort of define that process for you. And then you can also book an appointment with our Done For You Success Service team if you want to have somebody help you with that and create that for you. But I'm going to click on this big blue button here to get started to do my business page linking right now. And it's going to open a new browser tab and take me into the linking tool. Now, it's really important here. It says that there's no quick start, so there's no information here on this main page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here on the left-hand side where it says Facebook Pages. And you may see a page like this where it says real estate for sale. This is just the generic page that we have linked. So you may or may not see that in yours when you go through it. But I'm going to go over to this big green button on the right-hand side. I'm going to click link a Facebook page. And at this point now, what I'm going to be doing is continuing with Facebook. Now, if I hadn't been logged into Facebook already, this will take me through the login screen. I can log into into Facebook, but I'm just going to click on continue. And now it's going to bring me right into it. Now, the first time you do this, you're going to have to give Facebook you're going to be giving some permissions around things like, ability to publish and permissions on your page and that kind of stuff. Those are the first steps you're going to have to do. I've already done this before, so that's why it's not linked here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see here in my list of pages, I'm going to click on Marty Price IRE Marketplace. That's the beautiful page that I showed you before. I'm going to select this one. And now it's actually going and doing the Facebook business page linking. And it's going to show me that everything is done. Now, one word of caution here as you go through this, if the first time you go through this, you will have to go through a secondary tool to do the terms of service acceptance. It's not a big deal. You'll see it pop up and you'll just be able to click on the page and it'll give you the terms of service so you can review. And then the last thing that I have to do here once it's linked is I'm going to click on set as default page. This is really important because if you don't set it as the default page, the ads won't run on your Facebook business page. So that's the important step. So now if I click back on Facebook pages, you can see I've got my new page linked here, Marty Price IRE. It's default and it shows the status of linked. So now I'm ready to go. I can go in here again later on. I can click on view the details. I can unlink it if I want to. I can set a different page as my default. You can link as many pages as you want. So if you do, create a new business page later on because you're going to start running advertisements on a niche page, you can come in and link another one, set it as your default. You can link and unlink to your heart's content. It's really easy to do through this step. I think we'll just take some questions at this moment. The first question here, you have KV Core listing machine. Does this link with that? So if you're using KV Core for buying your advertising, then yes. If you only have Core Listing Machine, then no. So this is a KV Core specific linking process. So you have to buy your advertising through KV Core, not Core Listing Machine, for this to work for you. How do I get a link to a page? How many pages? Yeah. So question here, how many pages can I select? You can link as many pages as you want. And let's see here, some other questions. So somebody here is saying it says that it was linked to your personal page. Is that connected also? So this tool will not allow you to select a personal page. It'll only allow you to select a business page. So you won't be able to link this to like your personal account. It has to be a Facebook business page. So if you don't see something in the list, then it's not a business page. So great question here. Is there a way to cross post to Instagram through this tool? Yes, sorry, not through the tool so much. Our Facebook advertising products will post to Instagram as well. And that has nothing to do with the page linking at all. It's all sort of just done through the advertising and how we deliver them, and where there is, where there is optimization happening, where we know things are going to perform. Okay, cool. I'm going to go back to my deck for a minute and go through, I'll come back to the questions in a couple of minutes. Okay, so that was a little bit about the demo. So this is what the results look like. So I've used Property Boost here as an example. So you can see on the left-hand side, this is an ad that would have run before page linking. So you can see it says real estate for sale at the top, but after page linking, you can see that it has my brand at the very top with my headshot. It's Marty Price, IRA Marketplace. And then you can see the exact same ad running, but now it's running against my Facebook business page instead of running on the generic page. So that's really all it does. Same thing will apply for any of the other ad programs. So you'll just see the exact same ad copy, the exact same photos. It's just going to be this top component here that will change over to your own personal brand page instead of the generic one. So a couple of frequently asked questions I'll just go through here, and then we'll get to some questions in the Q&A. How much does it cost to use page linking? Again, like I said, this is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can create as many business pages on Facebook as you want, and you can link and move through them as you see fit. You can actually also view the ads that are running on your Facebook business page as well. So what you do is you go into your Facebook page, and then you're going to click on Ad Center, and it'll actually show you the ads that are currently running there. So that's where you're going to be able to see what's actually going on and what's running, and then you can see what they look like. And that's the first time you've been able to access these ads because now they're running on your own page. I've answered this before, but what happens if I already have ads running? We'll update them. So if you have ads running on our own pages and you go through the linking process, then we will update them and they'll continue to run, but just on your new page. The one exception is if you have a Property Boost ad that has less than a day left, that will not move over because we're not able to update those. Facebook has rules around updating ads with less than 24 hours. So if you run like a 7-day boost and you've only got 1 day left, it's not going to update in those cases. But other than that, it'll update right away and within the next few hours to be running on your page. And like I said, you can go back and change the page that your ads run on. It's super easy. You just go back into that page linking tool again, click through, you'll be able to see the list of pages. You can link an additional page. You can change it up. You can change what your default is. And then the last question here is there a limit to how many ads can run on a page? This is something that comes up quite often. And technically there is a limit of about 250 concurrent ads. Which is a lot of ads running at any given time. For most people, that's not going to be an issue. And we also manage ads and take them down. So once they have ended and they're no longer running, we delete them from the system so they won't be taking up any space on your existing pages and their ad limits. Okay, so let's go through some of these questions here for what people had here. Let me get rid of a couple here. Okay. So there's a question here from Angel. It's showing that there was an issue linking your selected page. This is likely because you're not an admin of the page, you're trying to link, or you do not have an admin role. This is actually the most common problem that you have, is that you need to have the permissions checked. So if Angel, for you,